Hey, what's going on, Capricorns? Butch here. I'm going to do your July read. It is for the remainder of July. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. And with all that being said, let's get it. What do we have for Capricorn for July 2023? What's going on for Capricorns? What message do we have for Capricorns? All right, Capricorns. I apologize. You might hear the rain in the background. It's pouring out. It's been pouring here for like 2 weeks. But anyway, I look at it as ambiance. But anyway, let's get to the read. The first thing that I see, I feel like there's a lot of big changes. You know, I feel like July is going to be a big month for you. And first thing we have that Six of Swords. There's a lot of big changes coming. And I feel like the first thing that I really see, I really don't do career readings. You know, I kind of just do what comes to me, and what comes to me is usually, you know, about love. But I feel like with this reading, it's a little different. You know, because the first thing I see is I see new opportunities coming to you. You know, and I feel like it's going to be a huge breakthrough. And I feel like you really need it. You know, I feel like you've really been waiting for this moment, waiting for that moment when all your hard work gets noticed, when all your hard work gets appreciated. You know, I feel like you've been feeling defeated lately. And I could probably say feel one more time, but, you know, I feel like the pressure's been on. You know, and I just get this sense that it's been weighing on you. You know, doing all the work that you do, doing everything you do to put things together, and things weren't really coming together. But I feel like this is where everything changes. And that's what I said. I mean, July is going to be a huge month for you. A lot of big changes. You know, first and foremost, in stability, I see new stability coming your way. And I feel like it's almost like the butterfly effect, because I feel like with this new opportunity, I see someone new coming in. Now, this person is more of an authoritative figure, you know, someone that is really going to stand out to you. And I feel like with this person and all these changes that are happening, I feel like that anxiety, that stress that you've been feeling is just going to melt away. You know, things are starting to come together. The puzzle is starting to put itself together. You know, sometimes we work our ass off and we don't get what we deserve. That's where this differs, because you're getting what you deserve. You're getting what you worked for. You're getting what you've been waiting for. Now, with this new person and these new opportunities, I feel like this new person coming in is like perfect timing, because I feel like you're on the same page. You know, I feel like you both are working toward the same thing. I feel like you both have been nose to the grindstone and kind of not realizing what's going on around you, but coming together and finding each other is something that you both needed. You know, with this person, like I said, I see a lot of good fortune coming for you and for them, the both of you together. Like I said, with this person, it's, you know, this person really kind of stands out. And I feel like it's like I said, it's like the butterfly effect. When things start going right, when things start coming in alignment with each other, like the things, start happening the way they should, everything starts to fall into place. Everything starts to be a little bit easier. You breathe a little bit easier. That's a lot less stress in your life. You start to enjoy it a little bit more, and that enjoyment shows to everybody around you. Now, with this person, one thing with this person, I feel like they're very honest, very to the point, and I feel like you're really going to dig that about this person. There's no bullshit with this person. There's no lies, there's no deceit, there's no games. This person's going to come at you very straightforward. And like I said, with that Wheel of Fortune, good things happening here. Being on the same page. That hard work you put in wasn't for nothing. Everything you put in, it's kind of reminds me of like planting a garden. You plant the garden, you do all the work to plant the seeds properly, you water it, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer to see, real production. It takes a little bit longer for things to, to start to bloom, but when things start blooming, then it kind of releases that stress of everything you've been doing. Sometimes we get a little wayward. Sometimes we get a little bit like we put too much into something and we feel like it's never going to happen. But then we start seeing the results. We start getting results and things start getting a little bit easier. And now with this person, they're only helping this grow. They're only helping the changes. This person is showing up for you. They're putting in the work. This is where you were meant to be. With that World card, everything's coming together. With that Ten of Pentacles, it's all about getting what you want. Getting what you desired. And with this person, not only are you getting a strong partnership and a strong friendship, I do feel like there's a ton of room to grow with this. You know what I mean? It's that power couple with that Three of Pentacles and that strong connection, that strong friendship. Having someone that's on the same page as you, having someone that is going in the same direction as you is priceless. I see a strong union with this person, and I only see it, like I said, I only see it getting stronger. I feel like this connection has so much room to grow. We have that family card. I see a lot of emotional fulfillment as well as, like I said, getting everything you want. But there's also that emotional fulfillment. There's that happiness. I see a lot of happiness coming for you. And like I said, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are heading in a very positive direction for you, Capricorn. And I don't feel like this. Once that ball starts rolling, it's like when you put a snowball at the top of a hill in the wintertime. By the time it gets to the bottom, it's huge because it just keeps rolling and keeps picking up momentum. And that's what I see for you. I see this momentum isn't slowing down anytime soon. We have that King of Pentacles energy, King of Coins in this deck. I see you getting to the top of the hill where you deserve. And like I said, sometimes we put in a lot of work and we don't get the results we expected right away. Doesn't mean they're not coming. Just sometimes we have to be patient. And I feel like you've been patient. Now, like I said, I really mixed in career with a love connection here, and I couldn't avoid it. I don't avoid it but I usually get a lot of love. But with you, I feel like July is just the beginning of a very profitable future. Profitable emotionally, profitable financially. It's going to be a big month, and it's only going to be the beginning of it. Sometimes we got to think of life as like that roller coaster. 1 minute you're just kind of slowly edging your way up, and then you get to the top, and then it's like, boom, smooth sailing. You've done the work, you put in the effort. And I know, like I said, right now, I feel like there is that sense, that stress, that anxiety, that feeling defeated, looking at the negatives instead of the positives. Everything's really hard to see. Sometimes when we're in that You know, we're deep in that. What I like to call it is the, you know, that negative fog. You can't see anything past it because it's so thick. But one good burst of wind, you know, blows that shit right out of the way. And all of a sudden you realize what's really going on. You realize everything that you put in wasn't for nothing. You know, all that hard work wasn't for nothing. You know, some people get caught up in it. You know, you get in that, you know, the world has a way of weighing down on us sometimes. And sometimes we're very close to what we want. But sometimes it's hard to see it because that negative energy sometimes surrounds us, and it makes it harder for us to see what's really going on. But now with this person, like I said, this very authoritative figure, very honest, very to the point, someone that shows up, someone that works their ass off just as hard as you do. You know, that's why we get that power couple. Like I said, I do see that power couple. I do see that strong friendship. But there's also that emotional sense to this as well that I really feel like is taking this to the next level. You know, this person's thinking about you when you're not around. This person has you on their mind. You know, they can't get enough of you. You know, they finally feel like they met the person they were meant to meet. And I feel like it's very twin flame type energy because I feel like you both been on kind of like the same trajectory. You know, I feel like you both feeling the same kind of way. And that's why I feel like this Nine of Swords wasn't just for you, it's for them. You know, being where you're meant to be releases that anxiety. It releases that stress. I feel like all these things that's been happening lately for you, it's just building up and building up. And it's almost like this is a huge release where you don't have to think so much. You don't have to worry so much. You know, the problem that we run into sometimes in life is that we want something so bad. And sometimes we get, like I said, that negative fog comes in. And it's like it makes us think we're not on the right track or we're not getting where we want to go. So it, you know, it kind of makes everything snowball. I don't know why I have so much snow in my mind right now, but it kind of makes everything snowball. It makes even small problems look huge. But that's what the big changes that are coming towards you. Like I said, it's like that butterfly effect. One thing starts going right and everything starts to the same sort of thing. It's like a snowball in the positive direction. You know, everything starts to get better. You know, financially you feel better. Career-wise is better. You know, you meet someone that's like-minded. You meet someone that's on the same page. It makes things better. You know, it's like a lot of times in life we get in a situation where we feel like everything we did was for nothing. You know, all that hard work was for nothing, and then all of a sudden we get that moment where it all pays off. And that's what I see coming for you. You know, I feel like you were meant to meet this person, but it all comes in a step. You know, this is the person you were meant to meet. And I feel a very strong connection between the two of you, and I feel like it is going to carry on for a very long time. You know, I see a strong bond built between the two of you. I feel like the longer we wait for something, the more we appreciate it when we get it. Like I said, sometimes we get in our head. You know, sometimes we have tough decisions to make and we don't want to make them. But I feel like I said, with all that anxiety, all that feeling, you know, that weight that you've been feeling is coming to an end. And when we come out the other side, the grass will be greener. Now with this person, with this read, I mean, we, like I said, a lot of earth. I mean, we have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. We have air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. You know, I do feel some Aries in there as well. But that's the thing, like, sometimes we feel like we're so far from where we want to be, but we're really not that far. It's that fog. You know, I like to use that that metaphor, that negative energy is like a fog. It can make things very unclear. You know, it's that thick fog where you can't see anything. So you really don't know where you're at. And I feel like when we are in that negative energy, sometimes it's easy for more negative energy to get in. You know, like my uncle used to always say that in life you have a cup, and you can only fill that cup with so much stuff. So get rid of all the negative. You know, don't put anything negative in your cup because you don't have room for it. And sometimes it's harder than others to make that happen. But it's never too late. You can always make room. But like I said, that it's like a cold. You know, that negative energy is like a cold. You know, it can be brought to you by someone you know or someone around you. It just gets brought in, and all of a sudden you got that fog around you, and even the simplest task seems impossible. You know, it's hard to see the positive. But like I said, July is going to be huge for you. And it's only getting better. It's only the beginning of this climb. You know, things start falling into place. Things start making sense. You know, you start seeing production from your hard work. You know, I grew a tomato plant. Never grew a tomato plant before, but I grew a tomato plant. And I was worried. I felt like I did it wrong. You know, and I was like, you know, I did it every way. You know, I Googled it, YouTube videos how to grow tomatoes. And it took a while. I felt like I did it wrong. I feel like I wasted some good seeds. You know what I mean? I feel like things weren't going to happen. And all of a sudden I started seeing some green. And actually, maybe I'll post a picture of it, but it's huge now. And it must have, it's only little green tomatoes on it right now, but it must be 30 tomatoes on it. When I started seeing it grow, I was so excited because I felt like I was doing something wrong. I felt like I screwed it up. I don't have much of a green thumb. I mean, I planted quite a few flowers in my day and, you know, back in my landscaping days, but never grew anything, never grew food-related things. And it was just, you know, the first few days, you're like, I screwed it up. I did something wrong. I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. And all of a sudden it starts growing and you're just like, okay, now I get some gratification. I realize that maybe I wasn't that far off. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.